4044.
This is Akashvani. In the program Insights, now we bring you a discussion on reduction in cutoff for NEET PG 2023. The participants are Professor Sushma Yadav, educationist, and Sonu Sood, anchor.
The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has reduced the qualifying percentile for NEET PG Counselling 2023 for admission to postgraduate medical and dental courses in approved and recognized medical institutes across the country. The cutoff percentile has been reduced to 0 across all categories this year. This was announced in a notification issued yesterday by Medical Counselling Committee MCC. To discuss the various aspects of this landmark development, we have with us Pro-Vice Chancellor of Central University of Haryana, Professor Sushma Yadav, who is also member of University Grants Commission. Ma'am, a warm welcome to you from Akashvani.
Namaskar to everyone.
Namaskar, ma'am. Ma'am, we'd like to know from you this development which has taken place, this announcement which has happened that the qualifying percentile for postgraduate medical and dental courses has been brought down to 0 for a NEET PG Counselling 2023. How do you see this? Why do you think this has been done? What has been the main rationale or objective of this move?
What I can see from the news, I find a very interesting reason. And the reason is that since there were too many seats which were lying vacant, or there were too many institutions where the positions were there, and the students who qualified were lesser, so the government has thought for optimum utilization of the resources of the positions and seats which were there available, it was thought appropriate that anybody who appeared in the examination would be given an opportunity to get admission in these courses. I would like to look at it as maybe an opportunity to those who've been really working very hard over the year to get admission into these courses, because I know there are institutions which prepare them. The students really burn midnight oil, who are already doctors, of course, and then they try to get admission into these. If it is one experiment, I think we should welcome it, because they have already passed medical examinations. Naturally, they are already graduates. And I like super specialty, which means they are already specialized doctors also. The logic given by those who wanted at these tests is that we have to naturally try these students or know about these students' capability and capacity to appear in these super specialty courses or take admission there. The other logic which the government has given is that after all, these are competitive examinations and these students have appeared with full preparation, and the marks, of course, they haven't got. But if we have institutions where there are places, there are opportunities for these students, why not give them this opportunity to get admission? And as far as I look at this news, I find that the associations of doctors, whether it is the Resident Doctors Federation or Medical Association, etc., or All India Federation of Medical Associations, etc., they've all welcomed it. So at the outset, I would like to say that it may be a good experiment to work further, because the country needs doctors. There is a very good future for growth of medical institutions or having more doctors who are super specialized. But I would say that quality also has to be taken care of, which I'm sure the institutions will surely take care of the quality. After all, they will be taught for the exact time which is given for these courses.
So, ma'am, the cutoff might have been done away for the time being for the rest of this 2023 admission season. The suggestion was it has been reduced to 0, but still ranking by score will still matter. And you feel that all the PG seats will be filled in accordance with the NEET PG counselling norms, and therefore there will be no compromise with the quality of medical aspirants?
Quality of medical aspirants, of course, we cannot be very short to comment on. But the quality of medical education, surely the institutions can take care. If we look at the positive side of this decision, I would say that if they are given a chance, and then there is a good counseling also and a good education over the period, I'm sure we'll be able to produce good specialists or specialized doctors, as they say. The government officials are on record saying that since there are many new medical colleges and even the institutes coming up in almost all states around the country, which need teachers. And I'm sure, as a news broadcaster, you must also be aware that there are institutes of medical sciences in different parts of the country where you do not have qualified teachers, or at least the super specialized teachers who are required there for being the specialists. So that reason that we have allowed this time, but then it shouldn't be a one time. I would go further and say it shouldn't be a one time decision, because that becomes unfair. Maybe the government should take it as an experiment. And if it is possible, and if there are so many institutions, and if there are so many opportunities, and if there are so many available seats, I'm sure such decision should be replicated next year. It will reduce stress on doctors. It will reduce stress, and it would reduce, I think, a lot of burden on the parents also, who make these students or students of these super specialized courses, or rather, I would say doctors or resident doctors or junior doctors, to prepare for these courses, because they take leave, they do away with their work, and then they prepare for these. I would rather say that let this experiment be in fact evaluated after this year and a decision be taken accordingly. And I'm sure if the teachers are completely confident, then they may not even allow any kind of compromise with the quality of education.
In fact, ma'am, as you said that there is a lot of amendments or changes which have been introduced and which hopefully will bring forth good results, where the candidates who have already registered, they have the choice to edit their choice of specialization.
Choices.
And the candidates who were not eligible earlier because of the earlier cutoff, now they can re-register. So you feel this is going to be a game changer in the sense that it is going to give a fresh start to all these candidates?
Yes, I think it's a very good chance for them, and they should take it like that, and it's giving them a fresh opportunity. But what is important in this decision is that the PG courses or the specialized courses, where round 3 of counseling is to be started now, or is to start because of this, and they will be given this chance through the website and through their earlier registration and fresh registration also. It's a very revolutionary decision, I would say. A revolutionary decision in a sense. If I look at the National Education Policy 2020, then was path-breaking in many ways. And it says we must break the shackles and we must give an environment to the students where they can go into the expert fields where they like to go. Then I say that this one move, and I would again say it shouldn't be one time, but this one move can in fact open up possibilities for many such students who were not qualifying in fact as per the present procedure. Therefore, I think that's something very important in this decision, that these doctors, or the young doctors as they say, or these students of medicine will get this chance. And I think those who never thought that they'll get this chance, because I know many such students who are working really very, very hard for almost last 1 year, will also get a chance through this move. So I would appreciate this move, but the move should not be one-time move. I would again say that.
So, ma'am, in that context, as an educationist, what do you feel, what is the significance of the counseling stage, which is a stage which all these candidates will get a chance to enter. So that also has its own merit in selecting the right candidates.
Exactly. And counseling becomes very important. There are 2-3 categories of students or aspirants in these courses, like it happens in other courses also. So those who have people to counsel them, those who do not have peer group or people around or parents also who can really counsel them, and those who are really first generation movers or first generation entries or entrants. So this counseling can really be very, very important for them. And if the counselors play their role well, maybe they can select students for the right courses. One may not qualify for course A. One may not qualify for super specialty or interventional cardiology or cardiology as they say, but may qualify or may become really good physiology or anatomy specialist or some other specialist. There are too many branches. So if the counseling goes well, they can really select or counsel students for the right course, for the right future, and for the right expertise, as they say. And by doing so, not only are they giving opportunities to these students, but they are also, in a way, giving candidates to these institutions or medical colleges which are there and which have come up in a large way over last few years. And as you all are aware, medical tourism also is one important area of the growth of Indian economy, and already it's flourishing. So if we get more super specialists who are qualified enough, entrance is one way. What we've been doing is, if you do not have money, you have to qualify in the examinations. If you have money, then maybe with less qualification also you can get in. So this kind of barrier will be broken by this decision. And therefore, if everyone gets in, they will get an opportunity to show their talent, show their capacity, improve their capability also, and ultimately be available for the service of the community or service of the society and service of the nation, as they say.
Ma'am, in fact, you mentioned about the non-clinical departments like anatomy, physiology, and it is being said that most of the vacant seats are in these non-clinical streams. So you feel that this counseling stage, where the counseling happens of these students, they can also be made more aware of the value of these streams also, how it is a holistic approach towards the entire health ecosystem of the country, which needs refurbishing all the time because we are such a huge country.
Indeed. Thank you for highlighting this point, because that's true again. What is there in education system and much more in medical or engineering for that matter. There are certain areas which really get limelight, and it is thought that they're commercially more viable or commercially more lucrative or maybe more important, and maybe there's market value much more. And so people just rush after them. And there's a huge rush for getting admissions in these. There are very few students who can really choose out of them. And there are even fewer who really know what they're going into. So there is a mad rush, like it happened when once there was a rush for medicine, then there was a rush for engineering, then there was a rush for maybe mechanical engineering, then there was a rush for software, etc., etc. It keeps changing. But there is a rush, and which depends on perceptions of people and marketing by others. So by doing this kind of third round of counseling, and a serious counseling effort at that, as you rightly said, these non-clinical or preclinical specializations, which are usually not attracting students, would also come into light. And after all, for a medical study or for a medical profession or for a medical institution, all these areas of specialization or expertise are important. So as you say, maybe this is one move where we'll be able to get specialists in all fields. And I think these physiology and anatomy are very, very important for new institutions, new medical colleges, new medical institutes which are coming up around, besides the other lucrative areas or the other more commercially appropriated or commercially viable or suggested areas. So I would look at this third round of specialization which is being offered, or a fresh schedule, as they have said, as a step in this direction, where the students may be made aware, even their peers or even their parents are also made aware of this. And then I think there'll be opportunities for them to get courses in these.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this in-depth discussion on this landmark decision, which has opened a new window of opportunity for aspiring health professionals.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. And I really wish it makes a new kind of window into the existing admission processes and procedures. Thank you.
You were listening to a discussion on reduction in cutoff for NEET PG 2023. The participants were Professor Sushma Yadav, educationist, and Sonu Sood, anchor. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of Akashvani. You can listen to it on our mobile app News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You may share your feedback about this program through email at airnsdtalks@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 9289094044.